Hey, it's Grips, and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you the new feature, audio cues. There are two ways that we can actually add in the audio cues. One way is to do it manually, and the other one is you let Corel VideoStudio do all the heavy lifting. So let's explore the manual way first. Simply place your audio in the audio track. You see a little triangle here, click on that, and you see here Customs Audio Cues. Now it's very simple. All we need to do is press the space bar, and wherever you want that audio cue, you press S5. So let's have a little demo. Space bar, F5, 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 F5. So you can generally get the idea of what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that all the way along the timeline, and then if I'm happy with it, then all I need to do is close this window here, and then I can then apply all my footage to those audio cues. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. First, let's get rid of these audio cues. Simply click on the triangle and then delete audio cues. The second option is to use auto audio cues. Simply click on the triangle and you'll see here auto audio cues. You still have some control. You can go by cues per beat or cue interval. When you go by cue interval, you can actually increase it by increments of 1, like so. But for this tutorial, I'm going to go cues per beat. And basically I'm going to go quarter beats, and all I'm going to do is press OK. Now it's going to run that analysis quite quick until it hits around about that 95%, and it just kind of sits there for about 30 seconds. So it's just a visual thing, and then it will automatically apply all the audio cues. Alright, let's just click out the custom mode. I mean, you can still move the audio cues in custom mode, and again I'll show you how to do that in a minute. All we need to do now is then take all the footage that's up here and drop it onto our timeline. When we are placing our footage onto the timeline, we need to make sure that it's not too long compared to the actual audio track. And I'll give you an example. If I bring down this clip here, you can see this is much longer, and it's literally saying to you, I can place in 6 clips. So this may be just short enough to actually to make it into 6 clips. If I bring, say, another one down and say another one here, so I literally have 3 pieces of footage, but it's way longer than the actual audio track, it's actually going to ignore these ones over here. Let's see what it can do. So first off, we need to go all the way to the end, left or right click on here, and you'll see fit to audio cues. Let's do that. Now you'll see you have an option of adding in transitions between each audio cue, and you can also then choose what type of transitions. I don't like it, so I'm going to leave this unchecked. I'm going to press OK. Okay, so it's already worked everything out, but as you can see, let's bring it, oh, it's still working. Here we go. As you can see, it did the first clip quite well and the second one afterwards, but it obviously can't fit in the third clip. It's just way too long. So keep that in mind. So, but if you did want to bring all these in to fit here, I'll show you how that's done. So simple logic would tell you that as you introduce these clips, you kind of want to make it fit within that timeline. So let's just quickly do that. Let's just grab some pictures because it's easier to work with for now. What do I say, 6, right? So one more here. Well, I think that's a video. Actually, well, let's keep the video in there as well. That's actually quite long. Let's get rid of that one. Let's pick up something a little bit simple. Okay, and then make a video here. Yeah, that's good. Let me fit that to project and bring that right in. So we're good to go. Now, if you were playing around with it, I'm not sure if you're aware of this. Let's say you've got it on this timeline here, and you've got lots of gaps going on. I'll show you how we can fix that as well. So there's 2 ways we can do this. Actually, we can right click it and tell VideoStudio to remove all the gaps, or we can let the audio cues do that as well. Fit the audio cues. So let's do that, and let's see how quickly it can pull everything in. Alright, so no transitions needed. Bingo. So obviously what happened here is I left the timeline here, so I ignored this clip over here. So alright, so if I bring that over here, you can see it automatically snap over that side. Something you want to keep in mind. So it did a pretty good job. It lined up all the audio cues and the transitions at the right place, or the edits, sorry, not transitions, and it fit it neatly. One last thing, in case you want to custom edit this, it's very simple. We go over here, we go to custom audio cues, and in here it'll actually tell you what it can do. If you highlight it, it says delete this control by dragging it outside the clip. So that's quite easily. You can actually click and drag this as well. Now what I did find, I'm not sure if it's just mine, if I grab this scrub and start moving it out, it had a tendency to crash, and I'm just thinking it's mine being glitchy, but otherwise it works pretty good. And then we just close it again and we're good to go. So there you go, my friends. That's audio cues, quick and simple. And as always, thanks for watching.